In the dimly lit chamber of the presidential quarters, President Ruda found himself engulfed in a cloud of frustration and contemplation. The protracted war with Birais had reached a stalemate, and despite the guerrillist army's formidable strength, they remained unable to breach the fortified defenses of Kazan. As Ruda paced back and forth, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts and strategies, a sudden interruption shattered the silence of the room. A soldier burst into the chamber, his breath ragged and eyes wide with urgency. "President Ruda," he gasped, "there's a scientist from Guerrillist here. He claims to have a crucial solution to our current predicament." Ruda's interest was piqued. In the midst of the despair and frustration that had enveloped him, the prospect of a potential breakthrough filled him with a glimmer of hope. "Bring him to me at once," he commanded, his voice tinged with anticipation. Moments later, the scientist was ushered into the room, his appearance starkly contrasting with the military attire of the soldiers surrounding him. Clad in a lab coat and sporting thick glasses, he exuded an air of intellectualism as he greeted President Ruda with a respectful nod. "President Ruda," the scientist began, his voice tinged with reverence, "it is an honor to be in your presence. I have come to offer my assistance in finding a solution to the current impasse we face." Ruda regarded the scientist with a mixture of curiosity and caution. While he was eager to hear any potential solution that could tip the scales in their favor, he remained wary of false promises and empty assurances. "Please, proceed," he urged, gesturing for the scientist to share his proposed solution. The scientist took a moment to collect his thoughts before launching into his explanation. "Mr. President," he began, "I have been studying the intricacies of urban warfare and the challenges posed by Birais' fortified defenses. While our military might is formidable, it is clear that a direct assault on Kazan would only result in further casualties and prolong the conflict." Ruda nodded in agreement, his expression grave. "Indeed," he acknowledged, "we cannot afford to continue down a path that leads to endless bloodshed and suffering. What solution do you propose, then?"